everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Motorsport Manager. My name is Jack, and today we have got the Singapore race, the 5th race of the Formula 3 season. If you missed any of last episode, I'm not going to lie, the last race in Dubai wasn't the most enthralling. It was, I think we finished 13th, but if you watch the whole race, you see that we got 10th, because there were a couple of naughty boys who got their parts banned, and we managed to shithouse our way into a 10th spot, which meant we got a point. So that is fantastic. So that was Dubai. So 2 races in a row, we've got points from it, points return. Granted, Germany was a bit better. It was like 14 points and then 1 point. But we move indeed to Singapore, where apparently it's going to be sunny during practice but raining during the race. Brilliant. That's fantastic. So what are we supposed to work on in practice? Nobody knows. No, nobody knows. Like usual, it's been a couple of days since I've played this, so I have not got a clue what we've been building, what we've been working on. Clearly, what's that? Top speed is better, so we need to work on that anyway. So that's no good for this race, and let's work on that. Probably no good for this race either. We'll work on those two. Clearly, we've built a gearbox and an engine. That's what we've done. That's what we've done. What I do need to do as well, I think I mentioned this in one of the last episodes. I want to improve the headquarters, but I can't. I can't at the moment, which is annoying. Because the new buildings, I'm not really fussed about a forecasting centre. I think it's quite good that the weather is a bit unpredictable, that you can't see what's going on. But maybe if we have £6 million we can just throw away, maybe we'll build one, but I'm not that fussed. Scouting centre, it's fine for now. Our drivers are on 3-year contracts, and even though they're bloody unhappy all the bloody time. And then staff centre, that improves fitness, focus, and staff stats. So we'll build that soon, not at the moment because 6 million is half our money. But I do want to improve it. Design centre, we need to build that as well. It's all about money, and I feel like a good headquarters is a cracking starting ground, so you can, especially if the design centre, you can build better parts and whatnot. But, you know, we go in tyre wear and tyre heating. I've noticed we've had emails saying how it was like a dilemma, but we couldn't do anything about it. It's like, yeah, tyre wear's gone to shit, boss. It was like, brilliant, thanks for letting me know. So they've gone down by a star each, which is fantastic, which is great. Drivers are still here. No change there. Other than that, buzzing. Shahid Khan still absolutely buzzing. Finances are going to pots. We got some new sponsors. I think that's what we got. I think we got Sparco and Jacques Le Mans. I think that's what we got in the last race. Yeah, so Le Mans gave us 1.4 million up front, which was decent, and Sparco is giving us 460 rand per race, which isn't too bad, if you ask me. It's not too bad whatsoever. We've got a load more sponsors coming after this race as well. 3 new sponsors coming after this race. That's Brandt's, Swiss, and Swiss. Brilliant. Are all jogging on for a little bit. But let's just jump into the race, shall we? I need to fit the parts in, as I can't remember what I've done with the parts and whatnot. Brakes, 83%. They might be good enough. They are good brakes. They might be good enough. They might be... Do we risk it? There's no point pushing for it. We're not really fighting for anything for this season. There's no point pushing for it and ruining the car. But I guess we could. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Sims was the bloke that got the points, so Sims can have the better parts this race. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, I don't know why that's 85%. I don't think it lets me get to 90% on those. Which is a bit annoying. You can have that. They're both content for the first time in ages about their parts. They are both content. Absolute scenes going on there. Didn't take long for her to be angry. Let's just... Oh, he's not content anymore. He's not content anymore. We didn't change anything. There we go. We're back to content. We'll keep it at that. We'll keep them content for the first time, so they can have a mixture of both parts. And we jump straight into the race. Singapore, like I said, apparently it's supposed to be sunny during the practice, and heavy rain drawing the race. So that should suggest we should go on wets. But because it's clear, we're not going to get as much. Annoying. So what are we supposed to work on? No idea. We'll do practice. We'll come back for the race. And Singapore, if I remember, it's not really... It's a road race, isn't it, Singapore, I believe? And, yeah. And if I remember rightly, it's not been one of my greatest tracks of all time, to say the least. But we'll try our best and see what we can do. Right, practice finished for another race. Don't worry about the times, it's fine. Every bit of the car is excellent. That's what we like to see. We did both super softs and ultra softs even. Super softs and ultra softs. So we got level 1 on both. I thought we'll go with that just in case, because there's no point working on like inters or wets. Oh, it's sunny during the race. Inters or wets, because you're not going to get as much research, I guess you can say, on them while it's dry. So there's just no point. So I thought if we go with the if we work on both super softs and softs, then we can we'll see which one we like. I think I'm going to go with ultra softs on Eton, and then super softs. Or should I go the other way around? Yeah, we'll go the other way around. So Eton can have the super softs, and Sims, what's his name? Sims, I can see his name right now. I don't know why it took me for ages. Can have the ultra softs, just to have a little different change in a change in tyre wear, I guess you can say. It doesn't look like it's going to rain yet. Maybe we'll have to keep an eye on that. I forgot which one's which. Super soft. So we'll go on you tyre choice. We'll go for. Should we go for the old tyres? Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Why the earth not? And then you can stay on ultra softs. How many laps can you do on an ultra softs? 19 to 21. It's a 31 lap race. So we'll do that. And then I'm thinking that there must be rain coming at some point. The weather forecast wouldn't lie to us. Surely not. Surely not. Why is this form down? Came 10th. He did alright in the last race. The form being down. We're the only person on super softs, which I've noticed. Which is great. It doesn't matter though, because Eaton's flown out there. Absolutely flown out. We do need to keep an eye on the weather. Eaton's up to 5th. She started 10th. Go on, love. Oh, she's losing spots. I don't know where this has come from Eton. She's going back down. Sims and Eton have pretty much swapped places here, which is fantastic to see. But this could be our race in terms of when we do the pits, if it does rain. Nice. Well, keep an eye on Eton. Eton's dropping. I was going to say Sims is coming back up, but no, it's Eton dropping, which is brilliant. I should have gone with I don't know why I went for the tyres that were worn already in practice. Not quite sure. That was a bit of a brain fart from me on Eton. But at the moment, we're doing alright. But what I was saying, if it starts raining, we can try and play it tactically, as in trying to get a slightly earlier pit stop maybe. So when it does start to rain, we might already be on inters or something like that. So we can just fly out and bomb past everyone who's still on softs, etc. Someone had a puncture there. Who was top, I believe. Top P1? He might be in P2. Yeah, he was up there anyway, but he's now bottom because he had a puncture of some sort. His tyre wear shots right down. So at the moment, Eton and Sims are P6 and P7, which isn't too bad. And Sims is fighting for P7 though, which it's been a great start to the race considering we haven't been pushing or anything like that. I remembered to move the camera, didn't I? I did. You might be wondering, oh wow, Jack, that's a new backdrop. I've moved house, haven't I? I've moved house. I'm in my little corner. I'm not going to show you the rest of the living room because mess everywhere. But I'm in my new house, and which I put it on Twitter, and everyone showed me a load of support for it. So fantastic to see. I do thank you all for that. But yeah, in the new house, in my own little cubbyhole. I'm under the stairs, but I'm not. It's like It's like an open living room, but the stairs are there, so that's what you can see there. And so it's perfect space to put a computer. So I'm here. I'm under there. I might put something on the back wall here. It might even be perfect for like a green screen or something like that. But we move for the time being. We move, and that was a good little 2 minutes or so to kill time while the race is going on. I feel Sims and Eaton are 6th and 7th. Need to keep an eye on the weather still. I don't think it's going to rain. Don't think I need to worry about it, because considering the grip there, it doesn't look like it's going to rain. So let's fly forward a little bit and see what we can do. Ed to the man, cut here now. I'm the one editor. Do I have an editor? No, it's me. I must say as well, if you do hear any background noise, I have got the door open into the garden as well. So, Schumacher's in the pits. He's in the mud. So if you do hear any background noise, it's because it's probably coming from there. You can probably hear the birds. Birds are chirping away there. It is going to rain. I'm glad I spotted that. I was about to cut there, but it is going to rain soon, in about lap 14, something like that. So that's interesting, and it seems perfect for Eaton, because she was on worn tyres anyway. Neither of them are going to have to repair, but so... See, at this point, it would have been perfect for one of them just to be further back a little bit, so we can get them both in at the same lap. So like we don't hold each other up. I don't know if there's simultaneous pit stops. How far is the gap? 4 seconds. I mean, it's doable. I might push Eaton a little bit just to be a little bit further ahead, just so I can pit them on the same lap. I'm trying to see. You can't really see after where it says lap 16. There's like a something there, but you can't really see. I'm going to keep this up for now because that's more important than the race itself at the moment. But Sims is closing in. It's now 3.5 seconds. It was 4 seconds at one point, but so Sims is closing in here. I don't know what to do, because I kind of want to push them to use the tyre wear, but I want Eaton to be further ahead so I can pit them at the same time. Or it might be a case of keep Eaton out because she's on the... Because Sims is on the ultra softs, so put him on the inters, have another lap of Eaton, and then put her on wets maybe, whereas Sims is on inters or something like that. Because super softs is harder than ultra softs, if you get what I mean. So it might be doable for that little bit before lap 16 where it's not quite raining yet. It's like a little bit damp. I'm going to push it forward a little bit. We're going to speed through it, but it doesn't look like it's going to stop as such. It looks like it's going to gradually get worse. Can't really see from the grip, but it does look like into weather. It doesn't look like it's going to be fully wet weather, so we need to go on inters. So we're going to have one more lap with Sims after this lap. Put him on inters. And then Eaton can go on to inters in another lap. So what we'll do, if we do that, have him attack. We won't have him push the engine because we don't really want to push the engine. Woo. Have him attack, and then he can come in now, which is perfect, absolutely perfect. Don't need to worry about pits. 14 seconds. Did I change the pit crew? I can't remember. And then he can come in. He's attacking the tyres, so making sure they're worn down. You know, making sure they're used to say the least. Before he goes in, and then once Eaton goes past the pits, we can pit her. We can pit her now for the next lap. Oh, it looks like it might stop raining. That's fine. So the earliest we can pit in, the better. We're not going to go with a fast pit stop there. So she's on inters, isn't she? She's changed into inters. She is. And then you can come off attacking because we don't want to send you out on and then you can go on attacking, so we can get the use of your tyres then. So Sims is in the pit stop, no mistakes there, which is perfect. He has dropped, see, no one's pitted, so I assume people are pitting here, but Eaton can push the tyres, attack the tyres. She's got a bit of a gap in front of her now and behind her, so It's perfect. Get around that corner. Put her back on mediums. She's going in. People are pitting for instance. Loads of people are pitting. So that means Sims is then going to fly forward, hopefully. Where's Eaton going to come out? She's coming out in 8th spot, and Sims is in 9th, which is brilliant. There's 2 people still on ultra softs, so they're going to be dropping down the pecking order a little bit. So realistically, we should be seeing 6th and 8th, which is perfect. We haven't really lost a spot because it was 6th and 7th when we came in. So realistically, that is perfect, if you ask me. But it is going to stop raining, so that means a stint on ultra softs, if we can get it right, might be perfect. Might be perfect. Can Sims get past that other one? He does. So 6th and 8th there, which is fantastic. We timed that perfectly, especially with Sims, I think, because obviously if we pit them at the same time, there would have been a hold up, and Sims would have been right down the field. So bringing Sims in early works. I feel works quite well. But we can, as you can see there, from lap 25, it is going to start coming down again in terms of being wet. So it's not quite proper wet tyre weather. It's just damp. Maybe at this point it probably might have been good for mediums, but no mediums on this race. But then after this lap, it would have been inters definitely. So we're doing well. We might even pick up some points there if we're lucky. If we're lucky, that is. And fingers crossed. How many laps to go? There's about 13, 14, 15 laps to go. So we're over halfway. We're looking good. Eaton's kind of in a race on her own at the moment. Massive gap in front of her. 7th is there, just behind, but not really threatening as much. His tyres are on backup as well. We're just on neutral, just cruising around essentially, and it's perfect. Sims is in a bit of a battle with 9th and 10th. 11th is just behind, but he seems to be doing all right at the moment, which is fantastic. Let's go have a look, see what he's doing. So yeah, he's got cars behind him, but he seems to be doing okay for the time being. He seems to be holding his own, which is fine. There's definitely a last stint there at the end of the wrap just to bomb it with the tyres. The problem with, as you can see here, the problem with Singapore is the tyre heat, the tyre temperature skyrockets because it is a hot place. It skyrockets, and that's why we're just cruising around and the tyre temp is still shooting through the roof. But at the moment, doing alright. If we keep on top of that, and then when it starts to come down, it's going to start raining again. See, you can see there after lap 25 it drops down, but then it starts picking back up again. This is why I don't really want to forecast in the centre, because you wouldn't get this excitement if you knew what was going to happen. You could do your pit strategies at the start of the race, whereas now we're kind of have to doing it on the fly, and it keeps you on your toes. Yeah, it's coming down, but then it's shooting straight back up. So there's not really much point in bringing it back in. So it's definitely a one-stopper. There's definitely not any chance of like an ultra tyre, because we would have lost too much time coming in to change tyres to then have 2 laps on the ultra softs. Yeah, it's definitely shooting up. The last part of the race is going to be the dampest of the race altogether. So where's my cursor? If we do that, we'll keep him on conserve. We'll put you on neutral actually. So someone's in the pits. I wonder if he changed tyres. Crone, are you going to change tyres? People have 3 pit stops, which is mental. He's got massive repairs going on. Leclerc's down there as well. He's not. He's just a fresh set of inters, which is exactly what you're going to do. It'd be interesting to see if the AI do come in for like softs or something. That would be ridiculous. Sims has, although we conserving his tyres, he's got a massive gap now from 9th, 10th and 11th. So it seems we're probably going to hold these spots, hopefully. We've got a good position there, 6th and 8th, which is fantastic. We did the race, the pit stops quite well. I thought we brought Sims in at the right time, so we didn't lose any place. He lost the 1, he lost 7th spot, but that's fine. That's fine, because if we had brought him in at the same time, I can't remember if there's a rule for like simultaneous pit stops, but if it was, fair enough. But bringing him in early for that enters to get up to pace again, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. We'll put you on neutral now, and we'll put you on conserve just for now. And then 6 laps to go. Someone's got a drive-through penalty there. Maybe some of the top boys might be breaking rules again, and we might finish in a podium spot. Imagine that. Imagine the scenes. I feel like at the moment the race is probably going to settle like this, I would imagine. Doesn't seem to be any issues in terms of fights going on. Both our drivers have got big gaps, especially Eaton. She's got a massive gap in front and behind her, so she's just cruising around. Sims is a little bit more dangerous. He's got drivers quite close up his rear, if you will, but he seems to be holding his own. He seems to be fine. People behind us are just cruising. They're both on low engine mode and backing up the tyres, so they might not catch. They might do. Then never quite know. The 7th place is pushing a little bit, but not really in any danger of anything really to catching up to Eaton, I don't think, at this point. But we will, with 3 laps to go. Is there much point pushing it? Is Sims going to catch 7th spot? I don't think he is, if I'm honest. I don't think he is going to catch him. So there's not much. But the only reason why I would push Sims is so he keeps hold of 8th. I do need to watch out on his tyres though, because his tyre temps are shooting through the roof, not through the window or the wall. I think we just keep it like this. 2 laps to go. Not much really. We're not going to catch 7th. Just don't want to push it and then end up crashing or something like that. But 6th and 8th, I would have happily taken that at the start of the race. That is perfect. Like I said, they're both not in any danger of losing their spots at the moment. So a fantastic result. Points. 3 races in a row we've got points, which is just fantastic. Considering, I keep on bringing back the last series that I did, whereas I'm pretty sure it took us 3 years to get a point. And in the first season, the 3rd, 4th and 5th race, was it? We've got points, which is absolutely fantastic. With the final lap, I am going to just throw it all out. Try and get some good times out there, because you get 2 extra points for fastest lap. I know we're probably not going to get it because our car's not great, but it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. Burping now. Right, last lap's coming up then. The final lap. Eaton's coming to the line now, and she's going to be pushing from that right about now. There we go. We'll push you, and then you can push as well. For the final lap, we move, and maybe we can set like a fastest lap. Don't know how fast in terms of, we're on inters now, whereas at the start of the race we were on ultras, but it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. We're not going to lose any positions, like I keep on saying. 6th and 8th. Last race was boring because we weren't in the points and we weren't fighting for anything. This race, we were in the points all round. There were some good finds. Eaton had a fantastic start as well, and both cars have crossed the line in points. As long as Sims go past this corner, fine. Eaton in 6th place, and Sims has finished in 8th. Fantastic performance from both of our drivers there. Cars held up well. Pit stops, I felt, were great. The great time of the pit stops certainly helps. Eaton came in when everyone else came in. Sims, the lap before, caught back up, didn't lose any spots, and we have gained points on both. I don't know how many points that is in total. I can't really remember the point system, but points all round. What can you say? Absolutely buzzing. It's almost like I'm really good at this game now. Really, really good at this game. I'm just world class. Absolutely world class. It also gives me hope that we're not going to be in Formula 3 too long. I can't remember how long we were in Formula 3 last time, but we're certainly going to beat that, surely. Surely, maybe next year we can go as like a proper mid-table side. But you can see there, these two, I don't know why they stayed on Ultrasoft so long. Because these two were like 2nd and 3rd, weren't they? Well, 2nd and 3rds after I still don't know why. If they came in there, they might have knocked us out of the points with someone else. Maybe, but everyone's race looked very similar. We were the earliest to pits. Obviously, Leclerc pits a little bit early, but he was right at the back anyway. We were the early of the pits. It was good. I reckon that at least that got Sims 8th place, and we're gonna have a look at the Drivers' Championship and the loads of people getting drive-through penalties and whatnot. We didn't get fastest lap, unfortunately. It's a shame. Look at all this, just drive-through penalties. No wonder they finished like a lap down and shit like that. He received 2. Fucking hell. What were they doing? What were they doing? Eaton in 12th with 20 points. And Sims is in 20th with 7 points. I forgot to check how many points. Oh, we're up to 9th. Up the boys. We're up to 9th. We're a solid 16 points ahead of Arrow's Grand Prix now. Old Hispanic racing, because that's what we are. Racing Tigres. But we are ahead of Maserati, Geely Volvo, and Arrow's Grand Prix. The best of the bad bunch, I would say, at the moment, considering the gap ahead of us as well. But maybe next season we can be up by like where Braun GPR and teams like that. Maybe. But we have to finish off this season and keep on getting points. Like I said, I forgot to see how many points we got for that race itself, so I can remember for next time. But that was great. And remember, next episode is the British in Guildford. We're going. Oh, I tell you what, not sponsored, not a hashtag ad. Lucasade Apple Blast, world class. Other fruits and other fizzy drinks are available, obviously. But Lucasade Apple Blast, fantastic. Khan is buzzing. He's absolutely buzzing about it. He's going to love us soon. Absolutely love us. And the other thing is we're getting podiums, so the marketability is just going to keep on rising. And I mean better sponsors, especially now, because we got a couple of sponsors coming up, haven't we? So we're losing about 3 million per race, which is fine. We should end the season in profit, with money in the bank. So it should be alright. Should be alright. How many points? So Eaton got 8 and Sims got 4. Decent. 12 points. Perfect. Front wing's been built. Absolutely perfect. We are cruising, getting points every race. We're cruising now. Hopefully finish like mid-table or something like that. Remember, we predicted. I say predicted. Oh no, I think we were. I think that was one of the questions. Predicted to finish 12th, so bottom. And our goal was to just finish bottom. Try not to embarrass ourselves as much as before. But we're fighting. You know, we're up to 9th now. Both drivers are still pissed off for whatever reason. But we're buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. What are we saying, Martin? What are we saying? He's claiming that your brakes seem to be holding the team back. He needs to button it. I don't care if that hurts your morale more. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, the front wing has been built, so we'll build another part of some sorts. What should we build next, ladies and gentlemen? All our parts are good now, which is fantastic. We might build. I don't think we can build any. No, we can't build anything better. I don't think, because we haven't got the HQ for it. So I think we might just be saving money from now on. Yeah, I think we'd be saving money. We could probably build parts. Try and build the best possible parts. I need to have a look at that. But for now, I think the car's finished in terms of getting parts in and whatnot. It's a bit of a shame considering we've got 3 races left. But you know, we can work on the performance on these parts, and like I said, work on maybe if we can get parts that are better than the good parts we already have. You know, better top performance, I guess you could say. We'll work on that. We'll see what's what. But that is fantastic. Fantastic. We'll have new sponsors in for the next episode. It is Guildford in Britain for the next episode. If you did like that, smash like, hit subscribe, and I shall see you for that British Grand Prix. Thank you very much for watching.